All right, are we recording? Okay, so this is page 27. You can see I'm done. I finished it. This page, anyways. And got through the last panel just as I thought I would. I started page 28. I even started lettering one of the panels. And I think I need to have a card guard over here as well. But you can see it's in a pretty rough state. Like this is very rough. Sketch-wise, truly sketchy. Okay, if this arm is forward, oh, let's see. This is a frog, one of the frog footmen. I'm wondering. I was going to have him pointing, but I don't think that's a good idea now. So anyways, you can see how I start drawing it. I have a pretty sketchy idea. I'm not getting this frog figure in there very well. Yes, I'm moving them up a little bit. Guard guards aren't meant to be that tall, but they're not that short either, so I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. At this level, we're really just playing with the shapes, trying to get them to look okay. If this is his leg that's forward, we'll probably put the opposite leg forward on the guy next to him. Okay. And in the previous page, Brillig had asked for some kind of armor or a helmet, but he's not wearing a helmet, obviously. I thought maybe just before he goes into combat, maybe he puts a helmet on or something, but it's going to have some shoulder guards and a breastplate. He's definitely got to be holding the glaive. And I think I should have the whole glaive in the picture, so as much as I'd like to kind of make him that size, I think I might have to make him like this size. Something like that. Oh, and I noticed a mistake, and it was driving me crazy. This thumb is on the wrong side. Come back here. Ink. thumb should be here, right there. So let's put that in a Kasinki ink. Perhaps not even seen at all. That's better. Okay. All right, page 28. I think I'll have the same boots. Let's make this guy a little bit smaller. Kind of push him in the back. So we have a triangle situation going on. I am still trying to generally adhere to a rule of thirds. I don't know if I'm doing a great job at it, but maybe I gotta push the whole action up like about a little bit to the right, something like that. Shoulder here. So we're not seeing, whoops. A lot of times when I'm drawing in the rough, I mean, it's really rough. And then I start to ink. I don't do finished pencils. I mean, if you do your own inks and you're not selling you're not doing traditional art and you're trying to sell the pencils or whatever else, you can get away with, I think, a fairly minimal underdrawing. And obviously we could go in and do all kinds of things. There's our hedge maze. I don't think I've got his eyes in the right place. And at last we see him. All right. So you see I did a similar grid over here for the rule of thirds, but I'm not adhering to it as strongly. I mean, I've got the jub there, but in order to emphasize distance, we're going to go ahead and we're going to push all the way over to the left. In fact, I might even make these guys just a tiny bit smaller. Oh, this guy should have a spear too, remember? And he's got a shield. And we're sort of kind of working the whole page at once to try and figure out what's going on. And usually at this stage, I'm also trying to figure out the dialogue that we're going to use. If there is any important points I want to make, if there's a joke that seems obvious, I'm always looking for and put some humor in it. I mean, they're called comics for a reason, right? So you want, if you can be funny. It's a cool idea. Oh, let's do some shadows. I think that would be cool. And then this is an upshot that's going to have Brillig reflecting on why he's in this battle. Um, and he's going to say, I've been given the opportunity to leave, but I just can't leave this on. So we learn a little bit about his character, kind of like why he's chosen to be in this battle. And the reason is he can't turn down the challenge. This is kind of a um, as I mentioned, I've been reading a lot of Dragon Ball, but like Goku would be, you know how Goku spared the lives of Vegeta. It's like, no, let him live. He even spared the life of Frieza, and just and but he likes the challenge. Okay, I don't want to have to do much detail because it's going to be so small. Like this is actual size for the page. Like compared to a regular comic page, actually it'll be smaller than that, right? That's actual size. Okay, so the size of my thumb, thumbnail, very small. All right, and then this upshot finally. By the way, this is Masterverse #1. This is a great comic. I just want to point this out. It's Masters of the Universe, right? And it's 3 different stories, and it's like kind of any these different versions of the Masters of the Universe. But in the middle, there's a Sergio Aragon's Masters of the Universe story. That's amazing, right? I love Sergio Aragon's. Yeah, man. So definitely very inspiring to me. Okay. Where did I go with this eye? We're doing an upshot, so we want to get the geology, the geometry, the morphology, the shapeology of the face, right? And you can tell I went too big on that head, but I got a good start. Let's take a look at those shoulder guards again. This will also be our first really close look at the armor, so we want to, show the armor in such a way that the audience can kind of check it out. I'm going to figure out where the action is. Point his eyes in the right direction. And we want to make sure that the glaive is also showcased. I think that the shoulder guards could end there, but I want to match that. I feel like I disappeared his neck. What happened to... I think his head is still too big. All right, and then, there's going to be a number of sanity checks where we try and figure out what we've got all along. And we clean it up. This is not very exacting, I realize. We came here looking for those clean, traceable lines. You came to the wrong place. You kind of want to have him still barehanded without... I could put gauntlets. It's one of the easiest things to do. Like in the design... One design I like, when you're dealing with a good character, the good aligned character, that is not like a dark Avenger, you should give him bare hands. I don't know why I think this. This is my own belief. Like Superman has bare hands, right? The Phantom even has bare hands. But Batman, of course, wears gloves. Maybe that's not a great example. I mean, the Flash wears gloves too. Green Lantern wears gloves. Martian Manhunter wears gloves. Blue Beetle wears gloves. Everybody wears gloves. Captain America wears gloves. However, I still like the idea of leaving certain characters that I consider like good guys. Um, he's a little warped, isn't he? What's going on? Maybe I put the head in the wrong place. What if I put it up here? Yeah, I think that might be better. Okay. Now, this is the danger. We're on page 28, right? We could obviously like wrap this battle up, and I think we could wrap this battle up on this page. We could just have him kills the thing and it's dead. It's over. But we can't be too abrupt. But we can't drag it out too long either. We've already gone 28 pages. So I think we must have the battle. We must show the battle, but we must show some kind of resolution within the battle, and maybe even after the battle. I think after the battle, he has to meet with the Queen Librarian or something, or maybe we just have him standing over the dead body or something like that. There he is up ahead. I'm gonna have him say, I still feel the dodo curse inside me. I have a chance to change things. Maybe for the better. What happened there? I still feel the dodo curse inside me, but for now, to change things. Maybe for the better. Okay. This is where we can get a little bit philosophical with our characters, because we're wrapping it up. We're getting to the end here. I don't like this idea of covering up his head. This is why I do the lettering at this stage, by the way, so that we know what we're about to ruin. I think we can something like that. Maybe for the better. We could easily make this a thought bubble. I don't mind him saying it out loud, though. Oh, there he is up ahead. I think I need to push that up to the right a little bit. No, here we go. And the reason I think that is so that I don't cover up his glaive once again. There he is up ahead. Maybe some words of encouragement. By the way, this is going to be the same guy that got injured before. A little bit of storytelling there. Consistency. So we're going to see the rip in this card. He's just a deuce. He's a 2. And then we're going to see this guy, who I like. Seriously. I'll hide in these bushes. The frogs are the worst, of course. You got this, Brillig. You can handle it. Oops. All right. So now we have Brillig and Jib, jub. Time for a rematch. This time only one of us will walk away alive. $14. I want that extra sentence to be in bold. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it a separate paste. Bold. Something like that. Okay. And then even somewhere in the art, we'll have like a snort. Alrighty. And then I'll have a longer piece of dialogue here. But anyways, that's what generally goes into drawing my panels. They're all drawn like this. Like here's this one. I'm gonna show you what the pencils for this one look like. Whoops, come on. That worries me when it does that. It's like I feel like, does that mean my iPad is slowly going bad? Because if it is, there's that little blue line. Because if it is, I'm gonna need a new iPad. I actually have a backup of all my current comics that are on here, so I mean I might lose some things in the archive. I've got everything in PDF that I've actually completely finished. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like with just the pencils. There it is in pencil form. And you can see it's pretty loose. Like I draw loosely. And it can be pretty scrappy sometimes. And I also resize on the fly. For example, this goes over into 2 panels. In reality, I just kind of shoved it over because I wanted this last panel in. This was a later addition. Let me bring back my ink and defeat my pencils. There we go. So I got my page back. All right. So all that aside, I'm going to have to take some time to think about my last line here. I want it to be sort of a philosophical line that he has where he says, I'm not really sure why I'm fighting for this place. All I know is I ended up here in this insane world, and I feel obligated to continue on, to defeat this menace somehow. I've got to phrase it good. I mean, this is writing, and I want to write it in such a way that the reader kind of thinks about what I'm trying to say with this character. He's a cursed barbarian. He's had it easy. He ended up cursed because he disrespected the gods. One god in particular, one goddess in particular, rather. But he can't turn down the fight. Like it's in his nature to want to continue fighting. for what's right. I guess in a sense he's, you know, he feels obligated. And he can't turn down a challenge either. So he's like Vegeta, or not Vegeta, Goku. Goku can't turn down a challenge. And he's excited by the prospect of one. So I think I have the sizes about right here. Size comparison between the monsters. And I think I have the right idea with maybe some shadows or something like that. I want this to look like... This should be kind of an impressive panel. And I know I'm not going real far on perspective here. This is at 1 point. Basically 1 point. Basically 1 point. Basically 1 point perspective. I mean, that's all Kirby ever did, really. Unless I've got some buildings to add or anything like that. This head is coming out really good. I'm actually quite proud of this head now. I'm eager to finish this so I can start on the next comic. I've been doing all these preliminary drawings for this thing that's inspired by the Battle Beasts. Do you know who the Battle Beasts are? They're like little action figures. And it kind of started as a joke. I was just using it as a demo for a Chat GPT exercise. And I started giving me all these ideas for characters, and I still want to do it. One thing I don't like his head so close to the panel border. I think I need to change that. Does that bother anybody else? It's bothering me. All we're going to do, shrink him down just a bit. Like, not that much. There we go. This is going to be a good panel. And then down over here, his hair is like crazy long over here. His hair didn't really grow that long. All right, shout out to everybody who comes by here. I appreciate you still doing that. Stay tuned. There's going to be comics every day. Even after this comic ends, what do? Crank right into the next thing. The thing about the 1,000 page challenge is it don't end. I need to update my spreadsheet. I've got a couple of things to add. Not this page yet. It's not at a workable stage yet, but we're getting there. I am probably going to include my strips. I did some comic strips. 3 pages of 4-panel strips. That's 12. That's 12 panels. For Wings of Adventure. Whoops. And I'll probably ink these, and I'll count that as a single page. And like they're even lettered and everything. I think they look good, but it's one of those things where, and I had this plan. I was going to do 24 series of 24. I may come back to it, but Beast Rangers is so it's a mashup of it's like Battle Beasts plus Power Rangers plus Masters of the Universe plus my own weird stuff. A little bit of X-Men and Legion of Superheroes sort of soap opera to it. I'm very excited about the future with this thing. It's going to be very cool. Keep your imaginations fertile and keep your minds juicy, and you will never run out of ideas. They just keep coming to you. Today it's 6:20 on the 1st of March. So keeping it going, keep it rolling. Talk to you later.